Hello, everybody. Welcome to this wonderful Facebook Live today with Lacey Stone. Hi, Lacey.
Hi,
You're in
guys.
LA, right?
City of Angels.
Awesome. I would be jumping out of my skin right now, excited to be here, but I just meditated, so I'm just like a little zen. But I am in the inside, I'm jumping up and down, excited to have you with me.
Cool. I'm excited too.
When I think about debunking dumbass theories, I think about you. And just so everybody knows, we've been doing this series on debunking your dumbass theories because I am so into helping people stop believing the bullshit in their minds and believing that more is possible for
We
themselves.
can swear? Yes.
Oh my gosh, Lacey, you're going to be in your happy place with us. I'm telling you, we have been meant to be together for years. And so everybody knows I have been watching Lacey from afar for like 20 years probably now.
Easy.
From the New York Equinox days before I was an exerciser. So debunking your dumbass theories has to do with listening to your own mind and going, what kind of BS am I feeding myself to get out of the things I really dream of? And when I first came to Handel Group Coaching, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm head coach at Handel Group Life Coaching. I came to coaching just pretty much unfulfilled in my life, right? Not fulfilling my real passions at work, tanking my marriage, not sleeping well, not feeling well. Just in general, my tagline was, I'm so exhausted. And the first thing my coach had me do was deal with my body and my health, which was not what I came for, Lacey. I was really annoyed. I was like, everything important is happening from here up, don't you think? I don't want to be one of those, I literally said this, I don't want to be one of those shallow, pretentious people who all I care about is how I look. That was my feminist theory to enable myself to avoid exercising. I was so obnoxious about it. So she was like, thank you for sharing. We're going to get you to exercise. We're going to just go ahead and ignore that and see how you feel after you actually do it. And my life completely changed from that simple shift to don't listen to your mind. Don't listen to the bullshit you're telling yourself. Just go actually do it and then see how you feel. Okay. And my motto was, why would anyone sweat on purpose? Can you believe this, Lacey? Now I'm a 5-time-a-week exerciser and I will never stop because it feels so damn good.
Right.
But I had no clue. So I am a personal convert. This is my personal mission to help other people who are either justifying staying on the couch or under exercising or underdoing it, all the way to people who are doing it but don't understand how freaking awesome it is that they're doing it and are being loudmouth enough about how good it is and bringing all their friends along with them. Okay, so that's all the preamble to say why I'm so excited to have Lacey here, because Lacey has been pioneering in the fitness industry for over 20 years. She came up with her own method, the Stone Method. That's after Lacey Stone. She does something called comeback camps, which it says it all in the name. And then she's been on TV, of course. You were on Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian. Is that correct? Was that fun?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that was cool about it was that they just followed us around and let us do our job. It wasn't like, trainers were sleeping with their clients and making all this drama. It was actually about us helping people be the best version of themselves.
Yes. And that is also what I love about you, because you are not just about working the body. You deeply understand the mind-body connection, which is the point I'm trying to make to everybody. So I feel good that I can let a fitness luminary like you talk, and I know what you're going to say is going to be consistent with the Handel method. And then, so obviously you've been on all the TV shows. Now you're training people virtually and in person. Obviously your personal training to the stars, but also to all these normal human people, these normal average human people that need the expertise, and now they can get it. And so it's exciting. All right. All that being said, I am going to present to you, my excuses. My excuses were, don't anybody tell me what to do. That was my big excuse. Just don't even make me. But other people have some other interesting excuses and theories that I want you to help me debunk.
Okay.
The first that I hear a lot is exercise is boring. What do you say to that, please?
People say that all the time. And I think that when people think of working out, they think of immediately running, or right. they think of lifting weights. And in their mind, they think, I don't know how to do that. And running is horrible. Who wants to run? Including me. I hate running. And also running is kind of, I mean, I'm so sorry for those of you who love running. Like that is great. Run your heart out. But I think that the majority of people aren't motivated to put on their sneakers and go run on the sidewalk while cars are like driving past them. Who wants to do that? You know, the gyms have changed a lot. Like Equinox was a trailblazer in terms of showing people that lifting weights can be like a sexy thing. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like we're going with like, you know, big men lifting weights and grunting.
Right.
And then I think the key is that group classes.
It's hard not to have fun, but it's intimidating, Lacey. If you've never been to one, I mean, I was so scared. I was so scared of the back of those classes for so long.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the group classes are key because you're surrounded by other people. Like in my classes, I have 20-year-olds, I have 30-year-olds, I have 40-year-olds, I have 50-year-olds, I have 60-year-olds. So you'll see like a 60-year-old woman and she is crushing it and you're like 20 and you're like, if that woman can do it, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then the other thing is I told you I don't like running, but there's so many workouts. There's kickboxing, there's boxing, there's spinning, there's dancing, there's like karate, there's sports, there's swim. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on.
Yeah, you made a list for me. It's really long.
Maybe
someone will put it in the comments because the list is insane how many different things there are.
Yeah. And you can, let's say you took a kickboxing class and you didn't like it. Guess what? You probably didn't have the right teacher.
The right teacher is so important. I want to emphasize that if you guys are going to classes and the teacher is not welcoming you and helping the class welcome you, you're in the wrong class. You got to find the luminaries. You got to find the people who are on a mission to actually help, not just who are doing a show and have their devotees.
Well, even if you're on a TV show, that doesn't mean you're a good trainer.
I don't think that is true.
And even if you have a zillion, quadrillion followers on Instagram, that doesn't mean you're a good trainer. In fact, I'm going to be like working on a documentary about just that topic because people are, due to the social media is the future.
Yeah.
Certain people are rising above that shouldn't necessarily have powerful positions
what do you think makes a good trainer or a good teacher in the fitness?
So many things. I think that it's really awesome when they understand the psychology of a human being. Because if you're just telling people 8 reps or you're telling them like sprint, recover, like you don't understand, like you have to walk them through emotionally what's happening. You only have 10 seconds left and then I'm going to give you time to break. But if you push for 10 more seconds, you're going to feel amazing. So just keep going. That's a trainer talking psychology. Well, they're also teaching because people need to be coached. They don't need to be yelled at, and they definitely don't need their hand held anymore.
Interesting. Okay. So you're talking someone through their feelings and their experience.
You're talking them through their feelings.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You know when they want to quit. They want to quit around after a minute of a sprint. They want to quit at the 5th song of the playlist. At the 5th song of the playlist, you got to get off your bicycle. You got to start walking around the room and looking in their face and go, do you know what I mean? Like that's the psychology of a teacher. I
feel like that's also answering how can exercise not be boring?
The teacher.
For me, the teacher always was the answer. Like if I found a teacher that was motivated and was sharing and was present and was actually being themselves, I always found it so incredibly entertaining and inspiring just to be with that teacher. And that could like keep me going the whole time. I'm not thinking about how much it hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the best teachers also, okay, so you have to practice what you preach. If you say eat broccoli and don't drink, that's a good trainer. If you got to obviously be educated. You got to be educated, but you also have to be a people person because I don't care if you know, like, you know, the posterior chain of the, you know, whatever. First of all, clients don't care about the posterior chain. They just want to have a good body. Yeah. So if you can't talk to someone's heart but you have all the knowledge in the world, you better go on a speaking tour of science, scientific journal, because you're not going to really work really well with humans.
Right, or write the book.
Write a book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Write the book.
Right.
People.
But you asked a good question about,
about what makes a good trainer or a great teacher?
The psychology. Shoot, it was so good. Oh, authentic. The best trainers, I think, and the best, most inspiring people are people that actually know who they are. So when they're in front of you, you can feel that they're alive, and the things that are coming out of them are pure joy and love, and they're so present, and they know who they are, and they can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So vulnerable with the people and share their pain, because people can, like when I'm teaching, I play a sad song. I'm like, this is why this song resonates with me, everyone. Right. When people can see someone being true, it gives them permission to do the same. And the more that people can be vulnerable, the better the world will be.
What is that for you? What is the thing that helps people connect to you? Because I always thought that about you, right? Like I always thought, I literally, and I don't even know if we ever even talked, but it was like, I feel like I know this person. I feel like this is a real person. Like I trust this person because this is a real person dealing with real shit. And
right.
That's what I look for in a teacher. And that is why I got to coaching. That's why coaching worked on me. That's why exercise worked on me. But what is it for you? How do you connect with people? What do they resonate with?
Well, you have to understand the pain. You have to understand all movies are based off of a story. They're based off of pain. If you look at someone, you can see them. Someone died. Maybe they're going through a divorce.
What's your story?
No, I'm looking at. Oh, you want to know what I've been through?
Yeah. In a nutshell.
When I was a kid, I was like overweight, and I didn't understand my sexuality. I was gay. I am gay. Wasn't gay. I figured it out. I went through a divorce. My friend died. I got fired from a jobs. And I had to not let those things destroy me, but I took all of those things and they taught me lessons that made me into a better human being. So when I see someone that's going through a divorce and they can't snap out of it, I'm like, yo, I went through the same thing and you can move on. Yeah. And here's 3 things you can do right now that will help you move on. Get rid of the furniture. Get rid of the furniture. Go start dating.
Yes.
Go start dating. Work out. Listen to Oprah podcasts. Like, just start doing things that will put you in a different mindset. Right.
Yeah.
Well, because you're a life coach.
Yeah. And again, I just want to also just shout you out, because I am on a mission to have every fitness luminary on the planet share their own personal story, because again, I think that credibility is so key. The walking the talk is so key. The vulnerability is so key to have people connect to you and then want to do what you're doing. And then they last. They come back to hear the next chapter of your story.
Well, if you tell someone your truth, and you can tell when someone's telling you the truth, then you feel safe with them, and you feel like you can tell them your truth, and you create this bond that is undescribable, because people are ashamed of things that have happened to them, and they hold it inside them like it's a cancer. And until they feel free of their shame and they can share it with someone, like I had someone tell me some terrible things that had happened to them. Like they went to jail. Okay. And I was like, that's okay. You're out of jail. That's fine. So you're a criminal. Good for you. Let's keep going. No one cares. Do you know what I mean? You're good. But I'm like so sorry that happened to you. But you can't let that ruin you forever. We got to keep going. Like someone told me that. Like, I mean, people have been through hell. And instead of using that vulnerability that happened to them and sharing it with other people, because when you tell someone you've been to jail and they're saying they're having a bad day because they spilled coffee over their shirt, they're going to snap out of it a little quicker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You spilled coffee, she went to jail. Okay.
It would be good if we all, I mean, you know, as a coach for Handel Group, literally people send me their lists of everything they're ashamed of.
Give me a break. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I've read tens of thousands of them. And here's the newsflash for everybody, which I know you know to be true as well.
You're not unique.
They're all the same.
You're not unique.
Categories. There's not even 1,000. And we all think we're hiding our little ones. And the other thing, I also want to just, again, promote a group training class because, again, you get vulnerable. You're in community. People are opened up. At the end of that class, you might say something to someone that you wouldn't say because your heart is open. Your energy's flowing. You're present. You're
right
in your heart. You're in your body. It's like
it's
such an exponentially wonderful set of results. And I consider it like, you know, if you're not going to church, if you're not going to synagogue, if you're not having a religious or spiritual experience in a weekend, you better be going to an amazing group fitness class because you get so many of those birds killed with one stone.
Totally.
Lacey Stone. Okay. So people say I'm too old, I'm too big, I'm too slow, I'm too tired. My big one was I'm so tired. And my coach was like, you're tired because you don't exercise. It's so yeah. What do you say to people's excuses like about there's something wrong with me, I can't do it?
I mean
come on.
No, I mean I'm so sick of that. It's just kind of like, you know, everyone's tired. You're an adult. That's part of being an adult is being tired. Okay? Like it's not to be rude, but like if you're trying to chase your dreams, you have kids running around all over the place. Even if you don't have kids, you know, you probably are in the dating pool and that's insane. And your heart's been broken all over the place, you know, and then, so you're tired. You're going to be tired forever. I've been tired since 1985. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Tired since 1985.
You got to suck it up and you got to boss up. You got to grow up. And if you want to change, then you got to change. And, you know, people are like, I have a program called 8 Weeks to Change. I do it virtually and I do it online. It's called 8 Weeks. Did you hear what I said? Change. I said, no, but I said change. You have to change. You're not going to be the same person if you want to change.
Right.
And people are like caught up in these like negative patterns or this negative self-talk about how they're not good enough and they can't and you know what I mean? It's like
you have a lot of sympathy for that.
No, I'm just over it because I've held people's hands forever and that doesn't work. So you got to give them a little spanking, a little tough love. And it's like, here's the thing. You're lazy because you don't work out and you're tired because you don't have an endorphin rush. So if you can just start doing a program like I do the 8-week one, fine, that's too much. 4 weeks, do a month, right, and feel that endorphin rush. I said to my class today, I said, you guys, some of you are like turning that resistance up and your eyebrows are like this. And I'm like, you're working out totally wrong. If you can lift your eyebrows, number one, while you're working out, feel the difference. Don't resistance so much, chill. And if you get that endorphin rush in my class and you do these sprints and you do everything I say, you will be high, the dopamine, until 4. I'm telling you will have amazing energy.
You're brainwashing people. So
no, until 4 o'clock. And then you'll dip a little bit but you will feel alive till 4 p.m. Okay. And another thing is you got to start eating healthy. You got to drink water. Your body is begging you to get your shit together.
I stopped being tired, Lacey, when I started exercising and eating right. I mean, and I had 2 little kids at the time. If you sleep at night and you eat well and you exercise, you're really not going to be tired. You know what's so interesting, though, speaking of resistance, I just want to riff on that for a minute. My coach literally went to exercise class with me and made fun of me for half-assing the exercises. And I remember I had to like go back and tell my whole family lineage story of how we're all like afraid of getting injured if we exert ourselves. That's what we call it in our family, exerting yourself. And so I had a whole like past-based mythology about like don't push yourself or you'll break. oh my gosh, I remember the moment I changed my mind. And I was like, how about instead I go 100% and see how that feels? First of all, 100% has its own momentum, which I had no idea. If you jump at 100%, you get momentum. If you jump at half-ass, it's harder.
Boring.
It's harder to do it.
It is.
I didn't know, okay?
Because you become alive.
Exactly. It was such a radical shift.
It's out of body.
So then it was like, okay, when I work out, if I'm going to spend the time, I'm going balls to the wall to see like how much I can. And now the difference is so clear, like when I'm half-ass working out or when I'm going all the way. And then guess what? You get stronger when you go all the way, and then you don't get injured as much. So it's the opposite of the bullshit I was telling myself was what was actually true.
We're debunking myths up in here, Laurie.
Debunking your dumbass theories. I am like such a personal example. Okay, next one. I need motivation. What am I supposed to do? I'm not motivated. I know I sound like a victim when I say that. I know this is BS, but Lacey, I'm just not motivated.
I think that like we've been talking about it pretty much. I'm going to reiterate it. I mean, I think there's a lot of different things. So you think about motivation, you think about your food, you think about getting rest. These are self-care. It's not about being selfish and taking care of yourself. It's about, that's important. It's not selfish. It's important. Women a lot of times think they have to take care of everyone before they take care of themselves. They actually need to take care of themselves first.
Yes, it's better logic.
And they forget it. But so I think it's important for you to get coaching. If your mind's not in it, then your body's not going to follow. So a lot of people need a little therapy or life coaching to change this thing, because this thing is affecting this thing, which is why I'm so connected in motivations. So, read some books about, Deepak Chopra. I did a Tony Robbins, do something to like get excited again. And then find a teacher. There are so many teachers around the world. Now fitness is this huge thing, My career is dedicated every day to making people motivated. That's what my career is. Yeah, I kick your butt. That's like my shtick. But in order to get them to do it, I got to motivate.
You're a New Yorker at heart.
Yeah, I mean, go ride a bicycle. That's not why I'm a great teacher.
Right. It is about the heart. It's a heart exercise. You're going to class. You're not just getting the physical workout. You are getting the heart opening, the connection, the community, the activism. I mean, to me, again, the gym classes are where so much is now possible that wasn't possible before because of people like you and teachers like you and people wanting community. Like you don't want to be in your phone.
There's tons of extraordinary teachers out there.
Good. I am glad you think so. Now, I do want to just circle back to so I'm going to say I wish people would go out to class, right, and meet a teacher and meet with the teacher and introduce themselves to that teacher and introduce themselves to the people in that class. That will change your life. But some people are not going to do that. They're home with little kids. They're whatever. They're too busy working. They're traveling. What can they do online with you? Can you talk about that for a moment? Because let's say they like you. They like your attitude, and they'll take you on video if they can't have you in person.
Yeah, they should. I launched a new virtual training platform so you can work out with me online. LaceyStoneFitness.virtualtraining.com. I have
notes.
Yeah. I have everything that you're hearing here is the way that I train within the platform. It's not, the thing that's great about it is it's live. No one's perfect. I swore in the beginning, and then we got feedback that the people don't like the swearing. So we say gosh a lot and holy crap.
Okay. All right. So where everybody's going to be a little cleaner. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I love it. Live, they don't mind swearing, but when it's recorded, for some reason.
Yes.
Because the kids are around. And, I have 8-week programs, 1-month programs, 2-week programs, along with motivation. I do huddles where I give talks on top of, I'm in there every day.
And I think some people won't start because they're afraid it's going to take too long. That was how I felt. But I found that actually it only took 2 weeks to see a difference in my body, my fitness, and how I felt. I mean, and the first day, actually, I felt better, obviously, because I was doing the right thing and the endorphins. But it only really took about 4 4 sessions, 2 weeks to even.
If you have a great trainer, absolutely.
Right? Is that legit?
Yeah, I can get people going in 2 weeks. Now, can I change them and get to their results in 2 weeks? I would retire, but
not the ultimate destination,
right.
but on the way to the destination, like seeing change, seeing the fruits of your labor.
It's possible.
Yeah. Okay. I want to tell people that, because that's another thing I would have liked to have heard, which I had no idea. Right? Like I had no idea what would it take to start. I look at you and I'm like, what would it take to look like Lacey? Well, that will take a few years. but
good luck. It's so hard.
Make it your full-time job. No, but what would it take to look better than I look right now? Actually, not a lot.
But a lot of people, it's 2 weeks. You're right. You'll get into it, but it's hard. Like, what did you say? It takes a lot of time. Yup, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So gauging the effort to the reward, I think, is another important thing we want to share with people. All right. Is there anything else you want to tell people before I give one last piece of information?
I think that, watch this. You got some great, you must have other motivational videos.
A lot of content. If people don't listen to the news, folks, unless it's going to inspire you to activism.
Yeah.
You have 24 hours a day to fill yourself with input. It should be input from people who are walking their talk and loving their life. That's what you should be listening to all day, not the news, unless the news is inspiring you to action.
Yeah, it's very depressing. So I think fill your mind with goodness and follow people like me that are, my life is devoted to making the world a better place through fitness.
Yeah. Thank you for that so much. All right, guys. And Handel Group is also dedicated to the very same thing, your happiness, which equals the world's peace, which we need so badly. We now have Inner You, which is our 12-week digital program, online, self-guided, totally do-it-yourself. Every single coaching session, it's basically the equivalent of 12 of our coaching sessions.
Sign me up.
Right? We have we would be happy to have you do it.
That's cool.
We now have the virtual promise tracker, which is a way to keep track of your integrity with doing what you said you would do. And it's gamified. So you get a personal integrity score, and you can build your score and go for that high score of being true to yourself. So talk about motivation. You've got your buddies on the platform. You've got your score. You get these regular reminders to keep your promise to yourself. So of course we make a promise, we forget it. Yeah. In the promise tracker, you make a promise, we remind you. We hold you to account. Your buddy holds you to account.
Great.
And follow through on what you said you do. Hopefully what you say you're going to do is go to the class, go to the workout, eat the food, all the things that you want to do. So Inner You is now available, folks, and you should look in the notes today to see the discount you get from us for that. It's $75 off right now for all of that. We just relaunched it. We're very excited. And then also check out, of course, Lacey's training options. And I think you also gave them a video to watch just for inspiration too, right? You have a fun video of you on here.
Yeah.
So check out all the links, folks, and get motivated, get happy, be inspired, come back and find us. We will be until we die, right?
Until we die. And then when we go to heaven,
we will be talking
I'm going to be riding a bike.
You'll be riding a bike to your death. I will be jogging. I like jogging.
No, I'm going to have a class in heaven. It's going to be great.
I'm already signed up. I have a front row bike. Class. Why stop exercising once you're dead?
I'm excited in heaven.
So much fun.
We're all going to have great bodies, though, because, it's heaven.
Because it's heaven. All right, Lacey, thanks for being you on all levels. On all levels. Thank you for being you and sharing with the world. Catch you later.
For you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.